Hi, this is Ben Dyson. Today I'll be teaching you the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is a very important part in math and algebra. It has two parts to it. It has an equation and a setup. The equation is what you'll read on most questions, and then you'll have to convert it into a setup and then solve that setup, and you should get an answer of x equals two different numbers or 1. So if we show you how that looks like, well, your equation will look like this: ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So you'll always read this problem when you're answering for the quadratic formula, or something very similar to it. Except that A, B, and C are going to replace by numbers. So, and your setup, it's a very big one, and it's definitely hard to memorize, so I think we should show you how to write that. So it's negative b plus or minus radical b squared minus 4ac all over 2 A. Now, you might have guessed it, yes, this does look very confusing at first, but the more you do them, the easier they definitely are. And yeah, so normally when you're solving it, the numbers that are here are the numbers that go in here according to the letter, and then you solve it. So, with that information, let's go on ahead and try one. So, okay, here, x squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0. Now, this problem looks a lot like this one, except the a, b, and c are replaced by different stuff. So, something that's important to do is to create an a equals something, b equals something, and c equals something. So right over here, we'll write a equals, and right over here is where you'll have your a. Right here, as you can see, there is nothing, but you can put an imaginary 1, since 1 times x equals the same thing. So a equals 1, b equals, well, here, 3. Yeah, because here, look, you have a number right here, and you have a number right here, and that's 3. So, and then c equals this number, which would be negative 10. And put a comma to separate them. So yeah, now it does look already too much, but trust me, we're not even there. But yeah, if you stick along, this should be quite easy. So if we put this into the equation right over here, we should have negative b, or negative 3, plus or minus radical 3, or b, squared minus 4a, or 1, times c, or negative 10, all over 2a, or 2 times 1. Now, it looks a little bit confusing, but once you break it down into two different parts, it's really easy. So, what you can do here is, well, before you start simplifying everything, you want to start off with this side, the 4ac. And it makes things a lot easier and more simple. So here we already have two negatives, so those negatives, they cancel each other out. So we get 4 times 1, which is 4, and then 4 times 10 is 40. So we'll write that over here. And then since we're adding on to 3 squared, which is 3 times 3, which is 9. So then we'll have 40 plus 9, and that equals 49. 49 is a perfect square, and the reason why I mention that is because this has all been inside of a radical, if you can see right here. Since 49 is inside the radical, it makes a perfect 7. So what we can do is we can rewrite the equation to being negative 3 plus or minus 7 all over, we'll do 2 times 1 right now, which is 2. That should have been easy. And then yeah, so you get that. So as you can see, you have a plus and minus. Now this is for physical other uses, but you still want to know that you can split the equation now into 2 parts, a plus or a minus. And so your answer will include both answers. So negative 3, here, we'll write it over here, negative 3 plus 7 over 2, and then we'll do the negative right here, so negative 3 minus 7 over 2. Now, once we are here, what we should do is start off with the plus. So, quick math, we'll do 7 minus 3, which is 4, because it's negative 3, and then you should get 4 over 2, and that equals 2, so we'll write that, x equals 2. We still haven't done this part, so we'll do that right now. Since there's a negative right here, we'll have to switch up things, and we should get negative 10 over 5. Negative 10 over 5 is negative 5. Now, fortunately, we don't have much time, so yeah, that's all I wanted to say. This is your answer. I hope that made sense, at least a little. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you learned the quadratic formula from Ben Dyson. Thank you.